Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth quarter. No, it's not a football game. The fourth quarter watch list preview. Um, I don't know how well last quarter was the first time I did a quarterly watch list. It worked out pretty well. The problem is I see a lot of downside on these charts, on the quarterly charts. However, I don't think we're going to be pulling back for 3 months. So if we continue to pull back, I think we'll get some quick pullbacks, maybe hit a couple targets, and then start going back to the upside. So don't think like on Disney. Don't assume that I'm trying to say yes, we're going to hit 8 targets and we're going to pull back to 128. Um, the likelihood of that happening is probably pretty low, but I just want to have the targets there just in case. You don't know. There's a gap fill. If you look at the weekly chart on Disney, there's a gap fill there from 134.10 to 128.62. So I wanted to put that on there. If we do get close to that, we may fill that gap. We may have a 2 or 3 month pullback to, I don't see it anything being that long. Any pullback we've had has only lasted, temporarily and shot right back up. So even the corrections we've had haven't lasted more than a couple of weeks. So um, I don't think that we see some of these numbers that I have here for targets, but I put them out there anyway. So I have Disney to the downside, CVS and HD to the upside. I also have HD to the downside, UPS downside, and John Deere to the downside. So let's take a look at some charts here. Disney, if you look at and it's tough because you only have, when you're doing a quarterly chart, you only have the year and a quarter to look at. Now I do go down and look at the monthly and the weekly to see what's been happening most recently. Disney on the year, not looking too pretty. On the quarter, not looking pretty, setting up a shooter for the quarter. On the month, not very pretty on the month. In fact, not pretty at all on the month. And the week's pretty ugly too. We're kind of stuck in here, but we did start seeing some movement this week, last week too. So let's look at the quarter. We're looking for a trigger below 169.03. Target 1 is going to be the low of the previous month's candle at 167.10. Not a big move. Target 2 is 160.52, the bottom of the previous month's candle before that. And I actually went off the weeklies to get these. So you see target 1 was there, target 2 there. Target 3 is the low of this candle, 152.25. Target 4 is the low of this candle, 146.29. Target 5 is the low of this candle at 141.70. Target 6 is the low of this candle at 140.86. Target 7, we're starting to get into that gap here at 134.10, and target 8 is a gap fill at 128.62. CVS, and the only reason I know it's 3 months, obviously a quarter is 3 months long. Can we move $32 or $40 in 3 months? Sure. Will it go $40 to the downside in 3 months? Probably not. But like I said, I just want to have the numbers there. You never know. Um, so CVS actually doesn't look like a bad chart. Looks pretty good on the year. Uh, kind of came down, had this rounded bottom, starting to come back up. We have previous highs at 113.65. We have a previous high here at 106.80ish. Um, so I think we have some more room to go to the upside on this one. If you look at the quarter, uh, kind of a spinning top inside on the quarter. So I'm looking for a break above it, above one or above 87.79. The only target we have here, if you look at the weekly chart, is $90.61, which I believe is all-time highs on this thing. Uh, Actually, we were 113.65. I guess it wasn't all-time highs. So, if you look at, go back. See, I can't go back any further on the quarterly, so I'd have to go to the yearly then. Um, this is a 5-year quarterly. I wonder if I could do a 10-year quarterly. edit. Uh, let's see how that works out. There we go. So the next target would be right here, 98.66. The next target would be 106.67. Next target would be 113.65. So I will edit these and put that in there. Let me copy that and then go back here and put target 2. Mark this one as target 3. And mark this one here as target 4. So that's good. You can see how I do these, how I get these. So, and I'll edit this, add those targets to here. In fact, let me just do it right now. CVS target 1, T2 equals 98.66. T3 equals 106.67. T4 equals 113.65. And don't forget there's mental targets in there too. You know, obviously $100 is going to be a mental target. So that's what we're looking at for CVS. Next is going to be HD, Home Depot. Just ordered some stuff from there yesterday, day before yesterday. So on the year, nice looking candle. On the quarter, not quite as nice on the quarter. Last quarter wasn't. It was green, but it still was. It was almost a shooting star. Followed by another inside candle, almost a shooting star on this one too. But both candles were green, so this one could go either way. If we break to the upside, I'm looking for a trigger at 340, 374. Target 1 is going to be 345.69. I don't really have any targets beyond that. You're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. You see some momentum loss, get out. If we go to the downside, trigger is going to be 314.80. Target 1, move down to the weekly. Target 1, we're looking at this low here, 311.37. Target 2 is this low here at 304.87. Target 3 is this low here at 298.40. So that's what we're looking at for Home Depot. UPS has been struggling lately. If you look at the year, it started the year off good and hasn't been very good recently. Quarter, we had a good quarter. The second quarter, third quarter was pretty ugly. Inside, but still pretty ugly. If you look at the month, it's been a pretty ugly month, or a few months, I should say. And if you look at the week hasn't been much better. It's been pretty ugly the whole way around. So let's take a look at the quarterly. Looking for trigger below 182. Come down, and I did targets on the weekly because I didn't want to do monthly targets since there's only 3 months in the quarter. That wouldn't give us many opportunities to find targets. So I went to the weeklies. So on the weeklies, we're looking at I don't know if I can, yeah, that won't work. I just messed this all up. I was trying to slide this up. Let me change this, just do this, start over. Okay, so the weekly target 1 is going to be this low here at 174.70. Our trigger, remember, is 182. 174.70 for target 1, 171.11 for target 2, 166.66 for target 3, 158.54 for target 4, 156.59 for target 5, and 154.91 for target 6. So that's what we're looking at for UPS. And let's take a look at John Deere. On the year, kind of the same thing. Started the year off really hot and kind of not so great recently. On the quarter, Not really good on the previous quarter, and then this past quarter, not very good again. Almost a shooter on that one. On the month, it's kind of been choppy. You see, we kind of put a hammer in here and a hammer in here. Tried to put a hammer in here, and then it all fell apart. So the month hasn't been that great. The weekly, we tried to bounce here, didn't quite. We made a lower high, so didn't quite get there, and then it sold back off. Um, not a big target range right here, but if we break this low, we have a lot of room to move. So let's take a look at the quarterly again. Looking for a trigger below 328.93. Targets are going to be this low here at 321.90. This low here at 298.54. This low here at 289.65. Target 4 is 278.95. And that's all I have for targets on that. So that's the watch list for this quarter. Like I said, be careful on the quarterlies because 3 months is a long time, and most of these are looking like they're going to go to the downside, at least initially. I don't see us falling to the down, falling down for 3 months. The market's too strong, and there's too many moving parts in place to prevent that from happening. So I don't see us dropping for 3 months. So we may drop for another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe chop around for a while. I don't know, but I don't want to make people think that I'm thinking we're going to be pulling back for 3 months, since I only have 2 of them here that's going up and the rest are going down. I don't want people to think that, hey, I'm looking at 3 months of nothing but sell off. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it looks more likely that this sell off is going to continue, at least in the short term. So these are the targets for it. Anything past that I'd be looking at maybe on the monthly. Maybe we come down and maybe we come down and let's look at a monthly here. Maybe we come down and we hit target 1. Maybe we come down and hit target 2, and let's say that's next week, and or a couple of weeks from now, whatever. Now the next month starts, November starts, and we go 2 up on November. That's when I'll be looking at going to the upside. Until then, I'm still looking at downside. I may even, weekly, I may even, let's say next week, that we still have 1 more day left in this week. Let's say next week we continue coming down, and then the following week we come up and do a 2 up reversal on the weekly. That may be our signal to start bouncing back up, but we'll have to see how it plays out. So anyway, this is the 4th official video I've done tonight. I did another 20-minute video that I realized my mic was off. I did the whole entire video, and there was no sound on the playback. And I did 2 more videos that I started and played for a couple of minutes and realized I'd made a mistake, so I started over. So I've been talking straight for a few hours now, so my voice is kind of hoarse. So I'm gonna call it a night here, and good luck to everyone. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.